Hey you all, I'm Joe, and welcome to my absolutely must-have mods for Rimworld. But before we get into this video, real quick, a word from my sponsor.
Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
Now with that beautiful little thing done and out of the way, let's jump into this video. And first up, I just want to say, none of these are in any type of order. This is just a list of all the things that I would absolutely have to have before I start any game. Except for one. One is absolutely required. But it's somewhere in here, and I'll let you all know what it is when it pops up. And when it happens, drop a comment below and let me know if you agree with me that the mod that I pick later in the video is an absolute must-have from Modded. Right out the gate, I want to talk about Prepare Carefully. It's a great mod. It's absolutely must if you want to control just how your colony of pawns starts. To go along with Prepare Carefully, there's an amazing mod out there called Prepare Landed. It lets you go through, adjust, pick whatever ground top, land top, water, stone top, you name it. You can set yourself up with the perfect spot. You can also search for those biomes that are sometimes hard to find where there's only 2 or 3 of them on your planet. You know, what would be a mod list without better pawn control? Being able to set up presets and area sets and just anything you can think of when it comes to managing your pawns, you absolutely need better pawn control. Next up, we're going to talk about the allow tool. For anybody out there who is just as lazy as I am and don't want to go through the entire map looking for certain little items, want to be able to allow everything so your friendly force of androids from the android tiers can go off and collect all the things, you need allow tool. Do you guys ever find yourself with the problem of you're holding your rifle right and then your buddy Kevin is out there in front of you and you decide to just shoot through Kevin at the bunny in front of Kevin? I haven't had that problem because I use avoid friendly fire. Along with not shooting Kevin, I often wonder just what's going through his mind, and to know that at a glance, I use CM color coded mood bar. It is a fantastic mod and is super helpful for knowing what in the world is going on with your pawns at a glance. You ever wonder why your pawns will walk into a dirty room and it's like, hey, I'm gonna make like 20 lavish meals right here and just drop some food poison on everybody? Well, to avoid that, make sure you're using the common sense mod, because it will go through and just make your pawns have some common sense. Defensive positions. It's a win. There are many times where I want to strangle Kevin to the point where he just don't live no more because he keeps leaving things in the door. But with this mod, don't block door, no door will get blocked. When it comes to this mod right here, I had a hard time not putting every single mod of its creator in this list. And in fact, they were originally, but I had to tone them down. Dubs Mint Minimap and all of his other mods, especially Hygiene mod, because the Hygiene mod is the greatest thing ever. Next up is one of those mods that just makes you go, why is this not part of the game? And that's Everybody Gets One. And man, my next mod that I picked for this list is extremely probably more of a personal choice, but Guards for me complements my playstyle, especially if you have androids, by the way, to the point to where I just can't play the game without it. You know, I just hate it when Kevin and Jonathan are both trying to take up one single space to haul a few things over there. Well, I get Kevin and Jonathan to work together with the Haul to Stack mod. Next up, I just want to say, as a big fan of a person who likes to play on challenge and temperature related maps, Heat Map is a mod that I find an absolute must have so that I can quickly see what temperature my more important rooms are, especially my freezers, my bedrooms, and all those things. Heat Map does everything that I need. Another one of those mods that why is this not part of the base game, and that is Meals on Wheels. When Kevin is starving on a caravan because he has no food, but the pack animal next to him has like 50 survival meals. I mean, really, come on, base game please. This next mod that I want to talk about almost didn't make it to the list because it's kind of up in the air on whether or not it works for people. It works for me, and it works for my wife's computer as well, and that's Pawn Target Fix. It's It's a must-have mod in my own opinion, but some people may have problems getting it to work. Now we're finally in the mod list where I get to talk about Quality Builder, along with Quality Surgeon. But like I said, there was just so many things that in this list, and I just had to take out certain things. But make sure if you're getting Quality Builder, get Quality Surgeon too. You won't regret it. Once again, another mod that should be in the base game, and if not, I mean, give like an ability to research it or something. And I knew I was gonna have a voice mess up at one point in this video. Wouldn't be a video by me if I didn't. But back to the thingy, replace stuff. Must-have mod, great for you people out there that like to not build good like me. Don't worry, we have feelings too, y'all. You know, one day I was sitting here and I was playing some Rimworld, and I was watching James just struggle building this while Kevin sat over there at the chessboard eating a simple meal. But ever since I installed Share the Load, Kevin doesn't just sit there anymore. Alright, here it is, boys. That mod that I talked about earlier in the video, it's time to talk about it right now. And make sure, drop me a comment below. Let me know if you agree with me. Out of all the playthroughs that I would play, if I only had to choose one mod, and any mod that makes this mod work, it would have to be simple search bar. And why it's not a part of the game? I mean, really? Really? But this mod list ain't over yet, because next up I want to talk about smart speed. And what it really should have been called is if you paint it red. See what I did there? Drop a comment below if you get that reference. You ever get tired of Kevin getting all bent out of shape because he don't have a table to eat at? Well, I don't want to talk about it personally, but I've been in the field many times without a table, and I never got all like, Okay, alright, all serious now, fam. More Planet. Download it, use it forever. You ever sit at your screen and kind of laugh because Kevin and Jonathan kind of built themselves into a big hole somewhere, and you have no idea why in the world they started at the beginning of the project and then finished at the end of the project, where they're now enclosed and they're probably going to die of starvation because you can't get to them in time? Yeah, don't have that problem. Use smarter construction. Next up in the list, and we almost at the end of the list now, boys, but I want to talk about this one. This is a great mod. It's also a performance increasing mod, and it's called Filth Vanishes with Rain and Time. Now your map will slowly graduate up and have blood and dirt and all this other stuff, and that just adds the little things that your PC has to process. Having this mod installed will also diminish all of that. Not to mention, another little tip and trick, don't have a ton of jobs set. If you're not doing a certain job, take it off. More importantly, get rid of firefighting and get rid of basic, because the game constantly checks those two things. You can reduce a lot of your lag and your FPS loss by just knocking those things off. You're welcome for the free pro tip. Alright fam, this is a recent mod that I've stumbled across. Butchery Counts Meat Types. My god, put this in the base game please. I mean, today. And with that, boys, that wraps up my absolute required mods for Rimworld. Now, I did take out some of them because I didn't want this video to be 20 hours long, but when I'm starting off a playthrough, personal or for YouTube, these are always in the core of the mods that I use for quality of life. Some of them I take out. I lied. I never take any of them out, fam. They're always in everything that I do. Let me know in the comments below. Do you agree with me? What are some other mods that you would have added to this list? And this list is pretty beefy at all around 26-ish maybe. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. I stopped counting after 3. Not that I can't count. It's just that it was hard. But always, fam, when in doubt, crowbar out.